New at 6, beer from a baseball-themed brewery in Milwaukee is making its stadium debut at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Adriana Mendez spoke to the owners about what went into that decision.
Beer and baseball is a rich tradition here in Milwaukee, and it's a theme centered around Broken Bat Brewery. So when they had an opportunity to sell their beer at a historic stadium, they said it was an opportunity that they couldn't pass up. At Broken Bat Brewery, employees are getting the kegs and cans ready to ship out this beer to a baseball stadium.
We're starting off with about 80 cases.
But not at Miller Park.
It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie.
Instead, these cases will head to their rivals at Wrigley Field.
And it'll be heading down to the north side of Chicago next week.
Tim Pauly, co-founder of Broken Bat Brewing, says higher-ups with Wrigley Field took interest in the beer after a meeting in 2018. 2 Broken Bat beers, Caray Caray and Golden Sombrero, will debut at the historic stadium next week.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a diehard Brewers fan. I grew up at County Stadium, Miller Park, but Wrigley Field is Wrigley Field.
He says he would love to have his beer sold at Miller Park, but right now the price per keg is just not feasible for the craft brewery that's on track to produce 650 barrels this year. Just
being as small as we are, we have to hit a certain cost in order to stay viable, and unfortunately we just weren't quite able to agree on that number with Miller Park, but again, hopefully that changes this season.
Pauly says he is committed to having their beer sold at local stadiums, and this year they have partnered with the Lakeshore Chinooks.
We're coming out with a Chinooks 19 IPA.
But the ultimate goal is to have their beer at Miller Park, and in the meantime, he hopes Brewers fans will understand.
Brewers will always be priority here.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Adriana Mendez, TMJ4.